Has anyone ever said to you, yo, where you from? You got an accent. Oh, I can tell you're Italian. You got a schnoz just like my Uncle Guido. Hey! That's okay. Some folks need to just place us somewhere because it suits their comfort zone. But what if those words become accusations or slurs? What if we are not accepted as the persons our ancestors created? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, every family member in this room, join me on a journey that may help you discover who you are and why it matters to the rest of us. Do you remember that ride at Disneyland called It's a Small World? Remember that? Yeah. There they are, 300 brightly costumed audio animatronic dolls, holding hands and singing, promoting global, joyful unity. And I look at them when I was a kid and I thought, boy, that's really corny. But as I got older and hopefully a little wiser, I realized it is a small world. Thanks to all of our ancestors who traveled the world and commingled centuries ago. Last year, PBS had a show called Finding Your Roots, and it was hosted by Harvard professor Henry Louis Gates. And one day, Professor Gates visited some African-American school children, and he asked them, "Are you sure that your ancestors are only from Africa?" And the children looked at him, "Oh, yes." Well, it was obvious, right? They had African features. Their eyes and their skin were as dark as ebony. And Professor Gates said, "Let me show you something." He pulled down a map of Europe. And on this map were brightly colored circles of red, blue, green, orange, yellow. And he said to them, "That is your DNA. You also have European ancestors." Well, they looked at it. They couldn't believe what they saw, but he was right. What was Professor Gates' message? To me, it was, don't judge a book by its cover, even when that own book cover is your own. What the show's researchers were trying to prove, and I thought they did a very good point, is that all of us somehow are genetically connected, separated only by 3 degrees. 3 degrees of separation means all of us here share one mysterious, distant cousin, 4, 5, 6 times removed. And that show, when I was watching it, made me think of my own mother. First generation Lebanese American, born and raised in Toledo, Ohio. You couldn't miss her heritage. She had the black, curly, kinky hair that went down to here, the dark brown eyes, the beautiful olive complexion. And one day, when she was 10 years old, she was playing with her friends on the school steps, when all of a sudden this girl out of nowhere went up to her and called her dirty cereal. My mother curled her fist into a ball and BOOM! Cold-cocked her right there on the school steps. I understand it was quite a fight. But those cruel words followed her for years. And my mother would tell this story to my dad and me. And she'd say, it was as if those words were like a hot branding iron that branded my soul. And my father looked at me and he said, "Honey, be glad you're a Jones. No one can hurt you if they don't know what you are." Why is it that some people insist on pressing down their bigot buttons when they come across someone who is culturally or racially different from themselves? Don't they know the truth? If they dug a little deeper in their own roots, they wouldn't like what they find. Because those people that they're against, they're their family members. Let me portray this a little bit more intimately. For 50 years, I thought for sure that on my dad's side, English and Welsh. That's it. On my mother's side, 100% Lebanese. And then one day last year, I got a little bored, so I started to troll for my ancestors on Ancestry.com, and I'm searching. Whoa. I found the names of more than 2,000 ancestors, going all the way back to the 8th century. And one in particular was my 9th great-grandfather, Lord William Lyon, a 14-year-old orphan who sailed from England to Massachusetts 1 year after the Mayflower. And I thought, oh, he's just English, that's it. No. I dug a little deeper into his roots and I found out that he was connected to Scottish nobility, which was connected to Norman France, which was connected to all of Europe, down to Turkey, ancient Armenia, even Jerusalem. And that was only on my father's side. This humbled me because I realized this was proof. It is a small world. We are one family. We are one race, and that race is humankind. So when you leave this contest tonight, if you can, call up your grandparents. Grandma, Grandpa, tell me about your history. Or search for your ancestors yourself on the internet. Dare to discover the thousands of people who made you who you are and how you connect to the rest of us. But for now, do me a favor. Look at the person next to you. No, really do it. Give them a big smile. Big smile. And when you're so inclined later, give them a great big hug. Because, hey, we're family, whether we're close relation or separated only by 3 degrees. Mr. President.